Good morning, my dear boys and girls. A very good morning and welcome to the today's session. And in today's session, we'll have a wonderful class, and we'll have Padmanabhan sir along with Subramani sir and Amudan sir. Senthin Amudan sir is also available with us. And first, let me introduce Subramani sir to you. And Mr. Subramani sir is a software professional and a trainer having over 25 years of experience in IT industry, worked with various multinationals with different capacities and worked in Singapore for 10 years. Worked with Siemens multinational company as a ERP manager for 8 years and resigned in 2013 to pursue on his own business. Joined his friend's company to develop a software in government industry and focusing on the development, marketing and branding. Last 15 years, he is into training and associated with Prerana for the last 10 years, handling the classes of MCS, that is Managing and Communication Skills, and orientation programs of the students of at Vijayawada branch. This is in nutshell about Amudan Subramani sir. Now we are going to introduce G. Senthin Amudan sir. And his qualification is a post-graduation in mathematics in the year 1986. He is a postgraduate in Diploma in Tourism Management, Madras University, certified trainer, JCT University, United States of America, a certified national trainer in Junior Chamber International. He had a vast experience from 1988 to 2000. Worked as a Chennai branch manager in Travel Lines Private Limited. From 2000 to 2009, worked as a regional sales manager and Mount Meter Pharmaceuticals Limited. From 2009-11, he has worked as a director in Elements of 5 Events Private Limited. Just like that, he is having so much experience and a training experience. Is a trainer for AIDS awareness campaign associated with HLL and Transact. He is trainer for the orientation program, that is soft skills applicable to CA and MBA students, associate with the Prerana Institute of Learning. Qualified trainer for the Junior Chamber International and conducted many programs for the Junior Chamber International. Conducted programs of many corporates, CTS, that is OBT, and Chennai Petroleum Corporation Limited. Likewise, there are so many even income tax Chennai office administrative team also. He has given the coaching and extracurricular activities are these: the past president of Leo Club of City Park and past secretary of Youngsters Welfare Association, past president of Madras Marina Junior Chamber, contributed many community development programs and training programs, conducted blood donation camps and personally donated blood over 40 times. He's the past secretary of Rotary Club of Madras, Chennai, Patna, RA District 3232. He has different experience in the trekking and Kodaikanal Hills also, trekking in Nilagiri districts, and like that he is having a different types of experience also. My dear boys and girls, now that we are going to hear from these two gentlemen, and the rapporteur being our star performer CAKM Padmanabhan sir, and he is going to wrap up the total entire session, and the total session is mainly concentrated on the public speaking, how you have to go about to the public and how you have to stand and how you have to appear and how you have to excel in your presentations, and all these things will be narrated by these particular three gentlemen. And here now our joined to our session also our C. Narendra Kumar B, Treasurer Vijayawada branch also. He is going to be with you since over the session, and he is going to perform his vote of thanks for this session. My dear boys and girls, I once again telling that our institute is conducting all these courses only for your personal interest and to develop the extracurricular skills in your this thing along with the academics that what you are going to perform. Yesterday you might have been seeing our PDF regarding this quarantine virtual simulated student seminar, and this is going to be performed on 23rd, 24th, 25th and 26th of this month. I request each one of you లైక్ ఇందు తెలుగులోనే చెప్తాను మీకు ఈ విషయం మట్టుకి, ఎందుకంటే మీరందరూ ఈ ప్రోగ్రామ్ ని మీరు ముగ్గురికి షేర్ చేస్తే, ఆ ముగ్గురు ఇంకో ముగ్గురికి షేర్ చేస్తే, మన స్టాలిన్ ఫార్ములా ఉంది కదా మన చిరంజీవి గారిది, అట్లానే మీరు మొత్తం టోటల్ గా మొత్తం నేషన్ వైజ్ గా ఇండియా మొత్తం కూడా ఇది స్ప్రెడ్ అవ్వాలి. స్ప్రెడ్ అయితే అందరి దగ్గర నుంచి మనకి పేపర్స్ రావాలి. అండ్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు ఎక్సెల్ ఇన్ ఆల్ ఫీల్డ్స్ ఆఫ్ ద థింగ్స్. అండ్ ఐ రిక్వెస్ట్ ఈచ్ వన్ ఆఫ్ యూ టు షేర్ దిస్ PDF format of this seminar details to one and all, so that everyone in the country will be getting benefited by these things. And if you go to the PDF format, it is a self-explanatory and you can do the things as it is. Now I hand out the proceedings to K. Padmanabhan sir for his initial remarks, and then over to Subramani sir and Amudan sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for introducing very nicely. It's very nice of you to introduce the Prerna team in a wonderful way. We are always thankful to Vijayawada branch for the support that you have been extending so that we can support students in turn. The most important thing for a chartered accountant is today, not only knowledge, but also skills. We need to get across to the clients and also to appropriate authorities what we know. How to kind of present in a way that we are able to convince them. So in that, if you look at it, public speaking becomes very important. In fact, in one of the surveys in multinational companies, they said the biggest fear for them is public speaking. So we thought in Prerna, this is the first thing we need to attack, so that chartered accountants will be able to bloom like a wonderful flowers, so that all the people in the community will appreciate. And both Subramani and Amudan have been doing public speaking for decades. They've been specially trained, so we thought it's a good idea to put them on public speaking. So students, please take notes. Take a notebook, take a pencil or pen and note down all the points. And you can also send all those things to us so that we'll try to answer as much as we can. So now, over to the team, Subramani and Chandan Amudan. Please be all ears to them. Thank you very much. Yeah. Go on.
Thank you, one and all. Thank you, one and all. It is a pleasure to be being here. And thanks to Padmanabhan and Chairman and Treasurer for this wonderful opportunity. Yeah, welcoming all the students as well. Amudan, a corporate trainer, and self will run through the next 1-hour session. Okay. At the end of the session, you will have understood what is public speaking, fears associated with public speaking, and how to overcome them, and attributes required to prepare and deliver your next speech. Just wanted to add this comment. Good speakers are not born. They're all trained and made. I'm sure you're all going to become from good speaker to great speakers. Thank you, and over to Amudan. Thanks.
Okay, thank you so much. So happy morning to all of you. Can you all of you can hear me? Hello? Yeah. Can you hear me? Sir, Batu sir? Hello? Anyone? Can you respond? Happy morning to all of you. Batu
Go
sir?
ahead. Great.
Okay. Oh, thank you so much for the introduction. Oh, nice to connect you through virtual class. Right. Today, the subject, what we are going to say is a public speaking. So before going to the session, the two questions has to be addressed. Why public speaking for chartered accountant? And what is public speaking? So normally, as a chartered accountant, the moment you complete your chartered accountant, you are exposed to the corporate world. The moment you enter the corporate world, yes, you're going to use all your technical skill. Definitely you're going to be a success. Along with your subject, when you add these type of skill, public speaking skill, communication skill, leadership skill, that is only going to help you to go the hierarchy in the top level. Yesterday, when you learned the goal setting, but clearly explained, once you complete your chart of 21, at the age of 40, you must be as a CEO. All MNC wants CEO to be at the age of 40. The moment you're going in the corporate ladder, along with the subject, that's communication, public is a more vital role. Because once you're going higher, no more desk job. The way you communicate with your client, the way you empower team member, the way you giving a lecture to many people, that's what important. So today we are going to see certain aspects. Then what is public speaking? So public speaking is a process of speaking to a group of people in a structure. There should be some structure always. When it comes to a lecture, there is no structure. There is no time limit. But when it comes to public speaking, always there's a time limit. 30 minutes to 30 minutes. Within the 30 minutes, what I can able to convey the message. And deliberate manner intent to inform them. That's what the moment you enter the corporate world, definitely you're going to handle a group of people. No doubt about it. Maybe some company may handle more people also. The moment you go in higher, you're going to handle many type of people. That time you're going to inform your people what is the corporate objective. Those areas, this public speaking is going to helpful for you. Sometimes you want to influence your team members to achieve the corporate objective and entertain our listeners. Sometimes it's stand-up comedy, you're going to entertain the listeners. This is what is public speaking is all about. In the 21st century, it's the most impactful way to share who you are and what you care about. Okay, so the objective of today's class is to learn about public speaking and fears associated with it. And second, tips to start with confidence. What are the attributes? Of course, second half is going to handle by Subbu and what are the attributes. First half, I'm going to handle how to overcome fear associated with public speaking. Always first, you remember what Emerson said. All great speakers were bad speakers once. When you admire any speaker, great speaker, just go and ask him personally. So right from the beginning, you are a great speaker. They'll also share, no man. In the beginning, I also faced a lot of challenges. But over the period of time I developed, I became a great speaker. So remember one, all of you can become a great speaker. Remember this is what Emerson said. All great speakers were bad speaker once. Right. This is already learned what is public speaking. Now, second, how to overcome fear, public speaking fear. Normally, whenever we take a class, live classes, I used to ask the student, the beginning of the session, I used to ask the student, why don't you introduce yourself? Some of you come and introduce your name, what's your hobby, what's your passion, what your ultimate goal. Just say 2 minutes in the class. Normally, I used to ask in the live class. So initially, people won't come. Then I had to give some motivation. Hey, I'm asking you to speak about yourself. Why you're not coming? Slowly, few people used to come and speak 1 minute or 1.5 minutes and go. Many people won't come. Then I have to go one by one. Why? I didn't ask you to speak for the world economy or something what you don't know about. What I asked you to something what you know about yourself. People say silent. Then I ask many questions. Slowly they come out. So because of fear. Because of fear only, in the class, 80% of the people say fear. Now also many people, when you think of public speaking, first thing comes fear. Because all of you know, public speaking fear is the number one rate of fear. So why? Then I have to ask each and every one, why? What is the fear? Then people say, we have fear of being laughed at. Normally in the public speaking view, one of the fear is, suppose if I speak, people may laugh. And second, making a mistake. We have fear because sometimes when I speak, I don't make a mistake. That's also fear. And being vulnerable. The moment I go and stand, I may forget. It's happened. So these are fear normally people are. Some of them say, thinking that public speaking is inherently stressful. Actually, it is not. It's not stressful. But only thing you need to put a little bit of hard work and practice. It is possible. It's not stressful, right? And second one, thinking you need to be brilliant or perfect such a no, you don't need to be brilliant initially. First, you come out, overcome fear, speak over the period of time you can develop all the area. That's what we're going to give a lot of inputs in the session. And sometimes the fear because trying to impart too much of information. No need to give too much of few information within the time limit to effectively. That's what public speaking all about. Just remember, always 10% of the people remember 10% of the content after 10 days. So you don't need to give too much of information. And trying to emulate other speakers. Sometimes you have fear because when you see the other people, the great speaker, is it possible for me to speak like him? Always don't compare with others. Everyone got certain style. You will also each and everyone got a certain style. What is your identify? Don't compare with other people. But if you want to compare, you have to compare with yourself. Okay, first time when you speak, somebody you manage to address. After a month or two, again, when you're giving a second presentation, what you have to compare, you have to compare with the previous performance, this performance. If you have this performance better than the previous performance, that is you're growing in the public speaking. That is what. So this is a basic fear. Now, my question is how to overcome fear. How to overcome fear? I'll give a small example. It's very easy to understand how Vedavyas clearly explained through voice of Krishna in Mahabharata. One of the episode, Krishna and Balrama, they're walking inside the forest. By the time the sunset has become dark, they have to take a rest. Those days in the forest, there is no resort or any guest house. They have to stay inside the forest. Then Krishna comes up with one proposal to Balrama. You know what, Balrama? First, I'll go to sleep. You take care of me. After some time, you sleep, I'll take care of you. Whenever you feel like sleeping, you sleep, and I'll take care of you. Then agree. So Krishna went to sleep. No, Balram was taking care of Krishna. He's walking down here and there. Suddenly, Balrama encountered one demon. Of course, in Telugu, we call it a Dayam. The moment he encountered one demon, he was unable to handle. He put one step back and said, "Hey, don't come." The moment he said, "Don't come," the demon started growing. Then Balrama put one more step back and said, "Hey, don't come, don't come." Then the demon started growing bigger and bigger. When Balrama unable to handle, he put one more step on the back side. The demon growing almost bigger than the tree. So unable to handle, Balrama shouted Krishna and he fainted. The moment hearing the voice of Balrama, Krishna woke up. But he mistook that, oh, Balrama is sleeping, it's my turn to take care of Balrama. So Krishna was walking here and there. The moment he encountered the same demon, such a bigger than the tree, the courage of Krishna, he put one step towards demon. Hey, who are you? The moment hearing the who are you, the demon started shrinking. Then Krishna put one more step towards the demon and hey, come on, who are you? Then the demon shrank further. He almost close to the demon. Hey, who are you? What do you want? The moment he asked, what do you want? That demon almost shrank like this, almost this. Slowly, the Krishna tied that demon in his dhoti. Next day morning, they did the sunrise. Both of them started walking. On the way, Balrama told Krishna, "Hey, Krishna, what happened yesterday? Yesterday one demon came and was threatening us." Then Krishna slowly removed that knot and showed this is the demon you are talking about. Balrama said, "Yeah, this one. Yesterday it was so big. How come this is so small?" What exactly Krishna says? When you avoid fear, it grows. When you face fear, it goes. So normally in the class, when I say when you avoid fear, it grows. When you face fear, it goes. Everyone has got a stage fear. It clearly says when you overcome stage fear, you have to face it. Only when you face, that fear will go. Then normally in the class when I ask, now anyone really want to learn public speaking, first thing you have to overcome fear, overcome stage fear, come and speak. Then every student will come and open and they started speaking. So basic to overcome fear, you have to face it. Right. Now, the skill and confidence of public speaking comes from two things, hard work and practice. All of you know anything you want to develop, you have to put a lot of hard work. Every time learn something new, try to speak, putting a lot of effort, you can able to speak. So that how do you go about hard work and practice? Now we are going to see how you go about hard work and practice. And second, let's deal with the practice. Okay, but how can I practice? when it comes to practice, speak whenever you get an opportunity. That is the way you can develop your public. Speak whenever you get an opportunity. For example, working in the architecture in the firm. Suddenly, your senior asking you to give some presentation. Okay, can you give a presentation of the particular financial statement? Go try to take an opportunity and prepare something and try to speak. This is one area, various area. One time, sometime the company is conducting annual day. The company may ask, okay, now who is going to take care of the master of ceremony, and who is going to give vote of thanks, and who is going to take welcome address? Take an opportunity. Yes, I'll take one small role, even if it's small role of saying word of thanks. There's an opportunity for you. Prepare something, maybe a few minutes, only you're going to thank somebody. Always, whenever you get an opportunity to speak, you can develop your knowledge. Speak. Sometimes in your phone. Sometimes you may not get an opportunity, but create the opportunity. Create the opportunity means, suppose you are reading a newspaper regularly, take one particular information, deep into the information, how it happened, what is the cause, and what is the reason for complete thorough. That message you share with your friends or in the office, in the lunch table or something, few people explain about what the message is all about. Because when you speak in different forum, this will help you to find your own particular strength and weakness. Otherwise, you may not be knowing. Everyone has got certain strength in the public speaking. That will come to know only when you start speaking. Sometimes when you speak, people may say, hey, your body language is so good, very confident you are speaking. That means your advantages is body language. Exploit your strength. Sometimes there are some weakness. Avoid your weakness in the public speaking. That's why. This will help you to find your own particular strength and weakness. Then learn to exploit your strength and avoid your weakness. Sometimes you have to avoid weakness. But in some weakness you can convert to strength. For example, you're addressing, you find it difficult in the subject knowledge. Yes, daily start reading new information, knowledge, develop your knowledge. You can convert your weakness to strength. Sometimes your weakness is a communication language. Give sometimes daily 30 minutes, 40-minute develop habit to read something new. Then practice over the period of time. You can convert your weakness to strength. Sometimes what happens, you're seeing somebody, this person is very good in humor. You are trying once. I will also have my speech in some of the area of humor. One of the speech, you are trying your humor, and unfortunately nobody laughed. Next time, that's a weakness. Don't include those type of weakness. Some people is nature to the humor, but many people it may not. So that is why. So when an opportunity comes, when you speak, you identify your strength and weakness, exploit your strength and avoid your weakness. Okay, so when it comes, the first question comes, when you preparation of any speech, like communication. Communication also, it comes five: why, who, what, when, and where. Like communication, in the public speaking also, whenever you're preparing your speech, you have to ask yourself these five questions before your preparation: why, who, what, when, and where. 5W. I'll give you one scenario, then I'll explain. You'll understand better. One of you completed your child account with a rank holder. You're a rank holder. One day you're getting a call from the chairman. Hey, you have completed your child account. Congratulations. And next week we have a group of new people are joining CA. Why don't you come and address the crowd, your success story? It's just, I'm giving you one scenario. So now you have to ask yourself before preparing your speech. 5. It's clear. You are a rank holder. You are going to address the people who have just joined a CA. First, you have to ask the first question: why? Why me? Why people are calling me? That because you are a person as computer, you are rank holder, and you can able to communicate better. Same thing, if the other person speak, it may not relate, but you are sharing your success story. Definitely, that's going to motivate many people to come out. Yes, I can also complete here. Those type of attitude. So that is it. So that's why they're calling why. You have to ask yourself, why me? This is the area. So accordingly, my preparation should be addressed to that whatever my experience. Next, who? Next question you have to ask yourself, who are all the audience? It's very clear. They are just joint students here. And what is their age group? Maybe you have to ask what are they just finished degree and come, or some of them are just finished their intermediate and join. You have to get all the information on how many males and how many females are there. Because when you preparing the content, it suits the all age group and their knowledge level and what the comfort language also. Sometimes people may not understand your high-tech communication, but you have to go down in your language, preparing your language so that those people also understand. Sometimes your nature, your mother tongue also gives an example. But ultimately, end of the 30 minutes speech, people should go with the confidence. Yes, I can also communicate. This is one scenario. And third question, what those people are expect from you. It's clear. There are students, this join. There are expect from you means how can able to complete a charter. Everybody knows it's so difficult, but the person is taking a rank holder means he has got something. That's what they expect. What they expect from you. That means your preparation should be how you are successful in your studies right from the school days. What is your rank you normally score? This is the way I studied. Even you're sharing your articleship experience. Hey, this is what I did. The parallel how I study, how many hours I study per day, how many hours I study before the examination, on the day before examination. So this will be really helpful for the students. So how even not only before the exam, during the examination, what is the technique used? So this is what people are expecting. So your preparation should be according. That question is clear. Then fourth question, when is going to happen? I'll clearly summon it is next week, particular day, for example, Monday, that's around 5 days is there. So normally you need some time for your preparation because maybe the speech is only 30 minutes. For you 30 minutes, when you calculate there are, for example, 15 minutes, 15 to 30 minutes. So time is very important. Within the 30 minutes, how effectively I can communicate so that the people get motivated. So when it's going to happen, accordingly you prepare. And the last one is where is going to happen. Always, whenever you prepare your speech, it's definitely you ask where it's going to happen. Whether it's going to happen in the institute, in the auditorium, or in the classroom. How many people? Suppose if the 100 people definitely be in the auditorium, it's one-way communication. Only you're going to address from the podium, and people is going to listen. Maybe in the end, few people may ask questions. And one more, sometimes the same thing is going to happen in the class of 40 room, your preparation. Because the moment inside the class, it's mostly with the interact. You're going to have an interactive session, you're going to share your knowledge. So accordingly, your preparation to be where it's going to happen. Sometimes it's not happening in it's going to happen somewhere in a particular college. Very important one. Where it's going to happen. Always be there 15 minutes before in the venue always because people also said everything has to start on time. 30 minutes means 30 minutes how you open the content, then body and what is the conclusion. That's what initially we said. Public speaking is that should be some structure. So this is what you normally when I would prepare. So when you're preparing the speech one way, but at the time of delivery, you have to adjust the certain circumstances. That's very important. Adjusting the circumstances. Very important. Okay. This is one area. Suppose you are going to address one particular forum. They said, okay, you are going to be a speaker. You're going to speak for 15 minutes. You're ready with the content, how you open topic, audience analysis, everything ready. The moment you're entering there, you're on the stage. Suddenly people say, sir, today they're supposed to come other speaker. The person didn't turn up. Why don't you speak for 1 hour, half an hour? Your preparation of 15 minutes, they asked you to speak 30 minutes. Yeah, you cannot say no. Always, whenever the public, whenever you prepare your speech, always keep something extra. The moment the topic, you download so much. Now we are Google Community, get a lot of relevant information about the subject and always keep some extra so that perfectly you can deliver your speech. Sometimes if vice versa happen. Sometimes they're given 15 minutes time. When you're there, people say, no sir, we are short of time, you have to finish your speech within 5 minutes. but at the same time, you have to adjust the circumstances from 15 minutes to 5 minutes. But the essence very important. You have to complete whatever you want to communicate in the time. So adjust the circumstances. Whenever you prepare, sometimes you come across this type of situation, you must be able to adjust the circumstances. And one more example, sometimes you're going to give a very big presentation, you have prepared everything on a PowerPoint presentation, you're ready, the people are ready. The moment you're open, you'll have to correct it. Sometimes the project won't work. You cannot say today project is not working, so let us have a class tomorrow. It is not possible. So prepare the speech even without, if it always keeps on paper, print out whatever you are going to communicate in the class or any forum, always keep the hard copy one copy. If it doesn't work, it's a backup, then you can continue your, this step I can give until number of examples. This is the first. And now we are going to learn how you can prepare and how the attributes all about. Now over to Mr. Subramani. You can take it. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Ammo. I hope I'm audible now. Better? Can you all hear me?
Yeah. Yes, you can go ahead.
One second. Let me share my screen.
Yeah. Yes, bro.
Yeah. So, very good morning to all of you. Okay, and thanks, Amudan, for your nice introduction explaining about the basic requirements of public speaking. Now we are going to discuss about essential attributes to prepare a good speech. Before I go into public speech, I want to say that one of the important attribute of all other attribute is confidence. Okay, so why I say this, right? A public speaker who exudes confidence is viewed as being more confident, accurate, knowledgeable, intelligent, and likable than a speaker who is less confident of what they are saying. Natural to be nervous, but to excel in public speaking, you have to overcome your nervous jitters. Right. Straight away, we talked about confidence. How to get confidence? The only way to get confidence is use the opportunity, like Amudan said, whenever get an opportunity, grab that opportunity and volunteer yourself saying that I'm available and practice. This is what the mantra to make sure that you become a good speaker. I just thought maybe bring with confidence so that you all know that it's easy to become a public speaker, provided the effort comes from you. Practice. Right. One more attribute I want to discuss about is passion. Why I bring passion is it's a strong feeling of enthusiasm for something. You ask yourself, if you are passionate towards something, without your knowledge, what you do, you volunteer yourself and demonstrate your skills. I wish all of you have the same enthusiasm and passion in public speaking as well, because it is the easiest thing you can do, provided you put effort and work hard to achieve it. It's easy, right? So, for example, if a certain subject is of interest to you, you automatically show interest and start delivering a speech. Or if certain subjects are not that easy, what you have to do, you shouldn't take an aback. You have to take this as a challenge. Go to internet. Now, today you have internet god available. Research on whatever requirement you need. The same passion you do with the known subject, you will become passionate and end up doing a very good speech. So confidence we looked at, passion we looked at. So develop passion towards public speaking. Next one, what I want to discuss with you is introspection and self-awareness. Why this is important to me? For anything we do, we need to know our strengths and weaknesses. To be a successful public speaker, you must first understand who you are and what your strongest qualities are. Right? For example, you may have an quality in you to give humor kind of stories. Is it humor that adds taste to your presentation or public speak, or is it that storytelling talent which you have in you? So you have to ask yourself the uh, qualities in you which you need to project more in order to connect with the audience. I'm going to come back to you with how to connect with the audience. So this is very important. So three things. Confidence is very important. If you show confidence, audience will have confidence in you. Keep that in mind. Even if you are nervous, unless you exhibit, audience will never know that. So show confidence in it. If I have to develop my confidence, the only way is prepare, practice, prepare, practice, prepare, practice. Next one is be passionate in anything you do. Third one is introspect and self-awareness. Ask yourself, what are all the strengths with which I can build my speech so that it is acceptable to the audience? This three I want to say. Finally, I want to say, not finally, next I want to say is be yourself. This Amudan has already touched upon. What does it mean by be yourself? I can go to internet and refer lot of speeches, lot of notes, everything I can do, but still I have to deliver as my speech. I cannot emulate somebody else. For example, we all know that Steve Jobs is one of the best speakers in the world. He has been recognized as the top corporate leader, best speaker. But I cannot emulate him, but I can follow his principle to become a good speaker. That is what the statement says, be yourself. Right? So with this, let's go into the session now. Yeah, that's quick introduction I want to give you. We have seen three attributes: confident, passion, and self-introspection now. Okay. Next one, I want to talk about preparation. Why this preparation is at the top of our public speaking? Very reason is I'm going to talk about audience now. Why we are preparing a speech? To prepare to deliver to a set of audience. It could be different audience, right? Please understand one thing you keep in mind: you cannot underestimate the audience. You cannot. Please keep that in mind. If that is the case, what you have to do is you have to prepare, practice, and then go and deliver your speech. This is the key for all successful presenters. Again, I'm taking back. I'm looking into the Steve Jobs. He's such a high-profile guy. For any presentation on any public speaking event, he does so much of practice. But we are not going to talk about that because he has got so much of technology, so much of people, all those people to support him. In spite of that, he specifically put efforts to practice. When he does that, we don't have to ask ourselves, we need to do this. So preparation is the key, right? When I do say preparation, what I'm supposed to do? There are a lot of ways to do preparation. Once I know this is the topic I'm going to handle, right? It may be of interest to you, it may be of little interest to you, but at the end of the day, you have agreed that you are going to do a presentation. So you need to do a preparation. What does it mean? You have to start identifying the points, what you want to deliver, put it in paper. One of the main reasons is because we need to know the time wisely. Main reason is, one is to get the content which you are going to speak to the audience. Second one, depending on the time you are given, you are speaking or you are preparing for the speech. So manage your time wisely. That is preparation. And also preparation is basically to get all the important points which you want to communicate to the audience. If you don't put it on paper, take it from me, you are not going to deliver a good speech. The simple reason is, you may assume that I have so many points in my mind, I can just walk around and do. No, it's not possible. You may be delivering a speech, but at the end of the day, after the speech, you start feeling that I have not given this point, I have not given that point, important point I missed. At the end of the day, the response from the audience is, it was a so and so speech. In order to avoid that, please ensure that you prepare so well. First point. Next one is, don't skim on the research. What does it mean, skim? In general, what people say is, I learned from Padmanabhan also used to say that the more the knowledge you have, the better your presentation and delivery will be speech. If I know so much, for example, I can give my speech for 1 day, half a day, 1 hour, even I can do for 5 minutes. But if I prepare only for 5 minutes, how will I speak for 1 hour? So you remember that, don't skim on the research. The research is basically, you go into various sources to get the important points, facts, figures, statements, whatever you need to go, collect it and have as a presentation. Then you need to relook into it, how you want to structure the speech. Please understand, preparation is one thing, next structuring is one thing. Preparation is basically to collect all the points, next one is to put it in structure, that we are going to see in the coming slide. So structuring of your speech is very important, so that it is in orderly. You don't want to confuse audience by giving the conclusion in the first and opening at the end. If you have not done proper preparation, you end up doing this. That is why we say any preparation or any presentation, you need to prepare and structure your speech presentation. Right. As much as I do this, what I have to do is also I need to understand the audience and the speaking environment. Let's look at audience. Why audience is important? Because they are the one going to listen to you. What is the guarantee that they want to listen to you? What is the guarantee that they want to give a good feedback about this? When I say good feedback, based on good speech. At the end of the day, any speech, audience should take away something from your speech. What is those points you want to give them? You are not giving speech just for the sake of speech, but you want to give some information which is really useful for the audience. So you need to prepare and structure. That is what the audience. When I say audience analysis, what does it mean? You need to understand the background of the audience, the age factor, the from which background they have come in. Economics maybe, science maybe, different structures. You need to, why you are understanding them? Because once you know them, that this is the background, I can prepare my speech in such a way that it is understandable by them, appreciable by them. They take something when you finish your speech. That is very important. Having said all this, now the last one I want to pick for this particular slide is rehearse the delivery. Why? I have done enough preparation. I have done the structure now. Why have to do the rehearse? This is where your success lies. Suppose if I don't rehearse, how do I know a particular statement or sentence I need to speak with emotion? That is only when you do rehearse, you will know that I have to speak in this pitch, have to speak in this pace, have to give pauses in this. This is essential for a successful speaker. A speaker does not come and say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, thank you. That's not the way he's going to do, because he means there for a purpose. A speaker is there for a purpose, to convey a message. So unless you do a rehearsal, you will not be able to identify which are all the emotional factors you want to give them. This is what this particular slide we are discussing. Prepare and practice. I'm sure you have taken this in the right stride, and you're going to work on your next preparation for your speech. Prepare and practice. Do not miss this. Having an idea is not important, but if you are able to put that idea, you are conceive that idea. In other words, conceiving an idea is okay, but if you don't put that into paper, that idea is not conceived at all. Similarly, having so many points in mind is not okay, but convert that into, put it into paper and structure that and rehearse that, then we can vouchfully say that you are ready for a good speech. Yeah, let's go to the next slide. One of the important is modify thoughts and attitudes. What does it mean? So we looked at what we have just now done. We understand the confidence, why I have to be so confident. If I'm not confident, audience will not have same confidence in me. That is a credibility area, right? How much ever I have the excellent background with me, right? Loads and loads of qualification, loads and loads of experience. But if I go and stand there without confidence in me delivering, all those background, what we discussed, is of no use. So confidence. Then develop passion towards public speaking. That's what we said. Then we discussed about strengths and weaknesses of yours. Whether you are good in storytelling or whether you are good in handling the session through humor, identify your work. Then what you have discussed about is prepare and practice, which you have dealt in detail. Now, always whenever you're going to give a presentation or speech, regard your speech as valuable, worthwhile, and challenging activity. If you don't regard your speech as valuable, how do others expect this as valuable? It's something like, if you're not confident, how do you expect audience to be confident, right? So this is regard your speech as valuable, worthwhile, and challenging activity. And please remember, all of you, remind yourself why public speaking is helpful personally, socially, and professionally. I can tell you 100%, it's a leadership quality. I used to tell them in classes also. With your technical qualification, you can just get into the job. But if you have to go through the ranks and profile in our organization, you need these qualities to move on. What qualities we talked about? Public speaking, presentation, all communication. We are talking about public speaking, so that I'm going to focus on that. Why? Like Amudan said, whenever we get an opportunity, right? If you present a good speech, you are recognized instantly in the organization. Your rank and profile will go up. For an annual general body meeting, if you have to be a host, you got to be ready. Say, I'm available. What happened is, in front of so many senior people, you're going to do a good speech. Please remember, prepare, practice. Once you have done that, if you get a standing ovation, you are recognized, right? This is an opportunity who seldom knocks at your door. Please grab it with two hands, right? So remind yourself all the time that public speaking is helpful personally, socially, and professionally, right? One more important stuff we need to discuss. Always think, okay, focus on your message, not on yourself. What does it mean? I may be a brand, I may be loads of stuff with me, or qualification, experience with me. But always when you go there as a speaker, focus on your message, not on your personality. Others will look at you as superstar. It's okay. But when superstar Rajinikanth walks onto the dais, he focuses on his message. Similarly, when you walk onto the dais, focus on your message. This is one thing we thought probably share with you. Right. Now, next, analyze the audience. We already touched base on that audience. Just wanted to ask our panelists and other people, hope I'm audible. Hello?
Hello.
I'm audible,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Okay.
Audible, sir, but voice is a little bit
Your
of...
sense of questions.
Sorry?
So please spare some time to answer the questions as well. Yeah.
Yes. Once I finish this, then, but I'm audible. That's why I just wanted to confirm that it's not.
You're right. You're audible, but also we have got 48. We have done 48 minutes. So spare some time for question answer. Yes. Thank you.
Right. I will do that. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. I'll try to finish it fast. Okay. Okay. Analyze the audience. What does it mean? Because unless you know the audience, what is the background of them, it's very difficult to prepare a speech. I give an example about, I'm going to give a speech on GST, for example, for the senior people, also for the students community, right? If I have to go and speak GST for the senior people, I have to prepare a different set of information. Similarly, for students, I have to give a different set of. This is one of the reasons why audience analysis is very important, right? Okay. I just quickly run through because time. And one of the important thing of public speaking is how will you structure your speech, right? Okay. So what does it mean? Always you have 3 phases in public speaking. 1, public speaking basically your opening, okay, and main points. And
சரி பார்க்குறேன் அனுப்பிச்சிருக்கேன். நான் பார்த்துட்டேன் அனுப்பிச்சிட்டேன். ரைட். ஓகே தேங்க்ஸ்.
Point in the sense, please remember, whenever you come and give us that, you get your audience attention in the first 1 minute. So whatever the catchy statement you want to give, you have to give them. It could be a one-liner, or it could be maybe a short story, or it could be a powerful statement. If you look at the way we start at the end of the session, I'm sure you're all going to become from good speaker to great speaker. This kind of a powerful statement makes sure that you create interest in the minds of the audience to follow you. This is opening statement, right? And the main points. What is that main points? Based on the topic, we need to structure the points. For example, 3 or 4 points you are going to put, but you need to focus on the 3 or 4 points supported by facts and figures. Remember that. You can't just give only the points. If at all you say a point, corroborate with examples, which is very, very vital. Most of the places why public speaking some people may not be able to do well is they don't support with examples, they don't support with facts and figures. So this is one of the important aspects which we need to focus on. So opening we understood, main one. Conclusion is basically how well I'm going to give my summary. Summary is basically all those main points which you have done. Pick those important points which you wanted to communicate to the audience. Maybe you would have spoken 10 points. Pick that 3 important points which you definitely want audience to follow. That is what very important as conclusion. This is what the structure we have to do. Whenever you do a next speech, focus on this area. Good opening, a storyline, a one-liner, or maybe some anecdotes, or maybe some catchy statements you can give them. And then main is actually important points which you have prepared and practiced, supported by some examples, facts and figures. Then do a conclusion. Okay. Then quickly I do because Padu said we have to run through. Right. Next, we have seen practice and prepare and practice. Next, I wanted to touch base on pace, pitch, and pass. Why this pace is important? I just wanted to give an example. We Indians normally speak very fast. Yeah. So the acceptable words per minute is basically 120 to 130 words per minute. But we Indians speak about 160 to 170 words per minute. So we need to focus on that. Why this pace? The pace also plays a major part in making your statements understandable by the audience. So pace is very important. I hope you understand that. Next one is pitch. Control your pitch to ensure your voice is not strident or nasal. In other words, okay, wherever you need to raise your voice, you need to raise your voice. That's why we used to tell all the students in our sessions, speak loudly, clearly, with voice modulation. This is very important if you certain points to the audience. And pauses also, this is normally people say that this is also eliminating nervousness. Also, this also helps you to make sure that some of the subtle points or sentences which audience can understand by giving the pauses. So pace, pitch, and pause. So in other words, 5 P's: prepare, practice, pace, pitch, and pause. If you follow this 5, I'm sure you're going to have a very good speech in your next preparation. Yeah. 1 second. You have 5 more minutes, Padu.
Yeah, ready for the questions?
No.
So we have got our panelists are sent some questions to us out of their own experience in the class. Our Krish has been a star performer for public speaking. So we have sent some questions which he has actually faced in the class. One of the questions is this: I am able to speak freely with my friends, but when I come to the stage and speak to the same people, I find it extremely difficult. Can you tell me how do I go about it? Because this is some question that we have always been handling in the class. I think even senior members will be wondering, yes, I know with the clients and the other people we are able to do, but when we are asked to do in a seminar, even though I have a content, I will not be able to speak. So this is something all of us universally share. This is a question which have been cropping up in the class again and again. So I thought, I'll put it for you to kind of answer. Over to,
Yes, it's a maximum It's the maximum question also.
Yeah,
Maximum
natural.
people are suffering only based on this question only. Natural.
Sir,
How do you
the
go
voice
about it?
is also breaking. Okay. Sir, but basically, the simple answer is we call it as other people conscious. For example, if we move with the friends, we move freely, like what the question says. When it comes to professional, I find it difficult. So one of the main reason is they call it as other people conscious. What does it mean? What other people think about me? What opinion they follow about me if I speak. What if I use my idiosyncrasies? That means my mannerism comes and disturb me, combing my hair or itching my nose. These are all some of the which I have as mannerism. So this is basically called other people conscious, and this is also part of our fear. So how to overcome this? It's a good question. Only thing, you have to volunteer. So like what we discussed, confident, passion, and be yourself. So in order to improve upon it, preparation is one thing, and he has to prepare and practice among his friends first. Then he has to volunteer himself, saying that I'm not worried about other people conscious hereafter. I'm going to focus more on my message, not on my personality. By doing this, I think he can or she can eliminate this traits. Yeah. Is that clear, Padu?
And yeah, thanks, Subbu, for the answering. And we have got another question, very nice question. How do you define fear? How do I know that I'm fear? I don't know, but all other people seem to be knowing the fear. How do I know? How do you know that I am actually afraid? Of course, tomorrow when it comes to non-verbal communication, Jagat will be handling all these kind of things. But, as a kind of primer now, I just want you to tell me from your experience what it means. How do you actually define fear? Yeah.
Fear, basically, how we can define the way you walk in the class, the way you hold your mic, the way you stand, standing posture. Okay, how you are able to handle questions, how your eye contact with the audience. All these things will tell you that you are under tremendous pressure or fear. This is the main reason, because
Oh, very
sometimes
nice.
what happens, yeah, sorry, tell me.
Now tell me, again, now all our students, always want, formula. A plus B whole squared. That's the way we have learned everything in life. So we also want, formula for public speaking. How do you handle a fear? How do you handle a fear? Is there a kind of thumb rule? If I put a count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I know 5 fingers are there. It's 5. So do you have anything like that in public speaking fear? How do I handle my fear? Yeah. What I call thumb rule. Yeah.
The thumb rule, in order to overcome fear, only thing is prepare, practice. They have to volunteer themselves in all conditions. The best way to overcome is they have to volunteer and say, hey, today, guys, because I did not do well yesterday, I'm going to prepare a speech tomorrow. Today, now we have the advent of, we have technology supporting us. I'm going to speak in front of mirror and I'm going to record this. I'm going to send it to you. Please review this and give your honest feedback. With this, I think we can slowly remove our fear. This is the only way. Volunteer yourself, start practicing.
Subbu, what I liked in your answer is voluntary. That's what I liked most. Okay,
Yeah,
now our treasurer want to say something. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Actually, a lot of students are facing, they can able to speak their own language. It is comfortably. Whenever going to in other language, they cannot able to express their views. How to overcome that also?
That's one. That's a good one. That's a good question. And I'll answer that question because this is something, I'm very passionate about it. In fact, when we come to Vijayawada, one of the things as a prerna trainers we do is we never ever speak in Telugu. So we speak only in English. Why? Because students should feel comfortable about speaking in English. Unless you develop a comfort, then you will not be able to speak. This is also one of the problem, but language problem. See, you don't have to worry. See, none of us are European. All of us started now speaking native language only. So this is not an issue, and it can be handled. Yes, sir.
To start the speaking, language is a barrier or not?
It is a barrier if you don't know. If you don't know, see, if you can see. Please understand this very clearly. Whenever you speak your mother tongue, your presentation will be natural and be wonderful.
Yes,
When you are
definitely.
trying to speak in a foreign language, it's always difficult. It is difficult
Yes.
because we think in our mother tongue and then translate into foreign language. Okay, so this trouble will be there. That is why, like Subbu and Amudan have been saying, practice, practice, practice. The more and more you practice, then what happens is the thoughts itself will come in English, so it will be easy for you to speak in English. That's all. There is no easy answer. Yeah.
The practice starts where?
Now.
After the
even-
session,
Yes.
after the session.
or not even during the session. No, that is why we request you to take a notebook and write down all the questions. Right now, not tomorrow, not day after tomorrow. Now is the time to start. Okay. So our request, the Prerna team request is that when you say practice now, so the only way you can handle this problem is even when you meet friends, speak in English only. Read English newspapers only. Listen to English channels only. That's the only way we'll feel comfortable about English, and then we'll start speaking English.
Business news channel.
Yeah. Subbu and Amudan, do you want to add anything? Then we can add and we can be complete. Yeah.
Yeah. I just said adding, it is only business news channel. That is what we tell in our class.
Yeah.
Business news channels, that they can look at the debates, discussions. All the heads of the corporates will come and have a discussion. Spend half an hour daily basis. You can look at their facial expression, how the same point, two different people come with two different explanation, and this will also help them to increase their vocabulary. A lot of benefits watching this. And not only they should stop this, by using this, they have to speak for a minute and send it to their close circles. Now that we have the facility, they can ensure that they get a feedback from them that they should have done this, they should have done this. So if they keep doing it for a week, they themselves can see a difference.
Wonderful. Amudan wants to say something. Yeah. Amudan? Not audible, Amudan.
Mic,
I think
Amudan, mic is
mic is
not,
muted.
mic is mute.
Now.
It's mute.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes.
Can you
Sir.
hear me?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I just want to add, you said how to fear. The one of the area, this fear, it cannot overcome. This fear will be there till, even if a great speaker, if you are, for example, I'm giving an example today. I also, before the session started, I also had fear. But this fear of excellence, this fear is positive fear. So today I'm going to deliver a public speaking so that the people has to get benefited. This fear, yes, fear of excellence. So you cannot eradicate fear completely. Yes, initially you can speaking preparation or you can overcome, but this positive fear always be there for you to excel. I just want to add the fear part.
Thank you. That's very nice. Because in other words, what you're saying is, let's not get rid of fear. We'll manage the fear. That's what you're saying. Oh, thank you, Amudan, for that great, kind of insight. And how the fear is getting manifested when you speak. That is something that we are going to handle tomorrow. Jagat, one of the class trainers, is going to handle, particularly on non-verbal communication. So today, if you look at it, we had an outline of all the contents and all other things. Exclusively, how do you deliver that? Okay, we have prepared the content, we are on the now go about it. So that is what Jagat will be doing tomorrow. So please be there on time, take notes, and then ask questions. We are more than happy to kind of support, and Vijayawada branch is always there, in the front. They always lead from the front as far as education activities are concerned. So thank you very much for being with us. Now I hand over the proceedings to our Narendra Babu. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Padhu sir.
Sir, I will also
And,
say
first of all,
thank you for this wonderful opportunity.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Subramani sir. And thank you, Subramani sir, for your valuable message in the form of simplification of speaking in the form of 5 P's. Okay, it is easy to memorable also. It is easy to learn also. And
Yes.
Amudan sir also, thank you very much for your valuable deliverable of speech in the form of, if there is any fear, if you are avoid is also goes. If you are face it fear, it is also goes. It's a very good message. Everyone has to face. The conclusion is we have to face it. Automatically,
Exactly.
once you are preparing to face it, automatically it goes. Okay, over a period of time, definitely we are habituated to speak, and then we will improve to communicate to all other in easy way. And thank you, Paddu sir, for your valuable time spending for the purpose of our Vijayawada branch, and your supporting to our branch is also your Prerana team. To spending these 5 days, your planning and executing, and your dedication of time at this age, and you are more energetic comparing to me. This is a very valuable session. I am also enjoying I am also learning some little bit. Thank you for total Prerana team, sir. Before concluding the session, I want to announce some of the going to be our branch is going to be conducting some topics and all. My dear students, I am happy to spend with you. I want to share. Already, our chairman of Vijayawada branch shared some of the information regarding to the quarantine seminar. It's going to be conducting. It's a big manner. Please participate, all the students, in large manner. Then you will get the opportunity. We are having the opportunity to participate in the national seminar. Our branch is going to be conducting this near future after conclusion of the examinations. It may be a national seminar. Please be part in that national seminar. Before being the part of that national seminar, you have to conclude, you have to select in this quarantine seminar, and that we will select the papers also. Who are the best speakers? They are get the opportunities to share the podium. And second thing is, we are also planning to conducting the students classes in the form of specific topics which are the needed for the students who are facing the problem to prepare in easy way. We are planning that to be after conclusion of these all the programs. We are to announce that. And our branch, Vijayawada branch, is planning to maximum level of services to our student fraternity. Please, all the students, please circulate to join the our group, whatever the Telegram group and channel, all the channels, whatever we are providing at free of cost. We are providing services. Okay, please, students, I am requesting each and everyone, please join our channel and join on our group. Please update yourself every day. Our branch is a lot of activities for the benefit of students, so we are planning to support to you. I think all are preparing for examinations very well. And be conscious, utilize your time effectively to hit the examinations, because you are having the good time, because of COVID, you have got the opportunity to prepare at home, and with good food, good health conditions and all. Okay, please, students, don't spend with family total. Please plan to educate yourself. Please plan to learn yourself. Please hit the examinations in the larger way, big stroke. Definitely you will get the hit of the results. Okay, definitely you will get the positive results because of lot of motivators are they are spending very valuable time. They are very valuable speakers are also. Okay, with our Paddu sir providing a lot of good and eminent speakers to us. Okay, please be students. Please be a part of our team. And thank you, Anandal. Thank you all Prerana team, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. We'll look forward to you tomorrow when Jagat speaks on non-verbal communication. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Definitely,
Thank you so
sir.
much.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you so much, Mr. Naren.
Thank you.
Thank you.